Good morning, good morning, good morning. If I sound like my breath stink, it's probably because it really does. I like to get up and have my food and my breakfast and everything. Get a glass of water, have my food and my breakfast and everything, my green drink before I get up and brush my teeth and do all that, just so that I have a nice clean mouth as I'm walking out the house. So, bear with me. You all can't smell it, so it ain't that bad. So, what I know I haven't been on here in a while. Matter of fact, first of all, let me set this up. Let me set this camera real quick so that I can sit down and actually talk to y'all for a second. Is this high enough? Yeah, it should be high enough. Okay. Make sure y'all can see me. Okay. So, like I said, good morning, good morning, good morning. I know I've been gone for a little while. I was dealing with a few things. A little quick. I was dealing with a few things. Talk about, something here. I don't know, as you may or may have not noticed, the video uploads have been a little less consistent than what they had been, if I'll to put it lightly. So for those that don't know, I've been recently dealing with the death of my family. My father has just passed, and honestly, I was dealing with it for, probably about he passed first week of January, and I had been dealing with it for about a month and a half at that point. So it was pretty difficult seeing him in the hospital, going to the hospital almost every day or every other day at least, and seeing him laying in that condition. And then he came home. We thought he was gonna get better. Well, he thought he had gotten better. He came home for maybe a day or two, and then he went right back in there. So, and that's where he ended up. It's still a little difficult to talk about, and I'm making this video because I wanted to talk about, why you should push through the things that you're going through. Why you should really still, focus on what you have. I mean, I know it's hard. It's easier said than done, and I know that it's hard to do, but you still got things that you got to get to. You still got goals. You still got, life goes on. I've been in I would say probably a little depressive funk lately, just, dealing with the emotions of that, and, even some of the things that we got to talk about before he passed, and some of the things he revealed to me about my childhood, and just a lot of different things. So, it's been rough. Honestly, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't felt like going to the gym. I haven't been as consistent with my workouts. I've lost weight. Some of the weight that I gained that I was trying to put back on, I've lost now. I had gotten up to about 188. Now I'm back down to 181. Just, from being depressed, not really wanting to eat, not working out. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a second. At the end of the day, and this isn't to be emotionless or anything, but my father's gone. And one of his last wishes, which I think maybe I'll put that at the end, of this. One of his last wishes for me was to go and live my life and to do the things that I enjoy, that make me happy, and don't worry about figuring out the past and why things happen the way things happen. And honestly, that's one of the best pieces of advice that he could have given me. It helped me to be at ease and at peace with him passing, but it also helped me to be at ease and at peace with other things that I was going through at the time, in conjunction with him, his transition. If you spend all your time focusing on what was, what could have been, what might have been, and it takes time, it takes focus, it takes effort away from what could be and what will be. And he was right, during the time period, I didn't want to focus on, I didn't want to focus on what I had to do and what was in front of me, what I needed to get done for myself, because I'm so busy worrying about, why our relationship was the way it was, why it took this to kind of start mending our relationship, and just why certain things was done throughout my childhood and growing up. And honestly, if I'm gonna be 100% honest, that's probably was the biggest contributing factor to me being in probably a depressed state. Because when you look back on it, you see that you've lost time, you've lost almost a relationship. Like it's sometimes something you can never get back. So, especially once someone's gone. So that was the major contributing factor to it, and then just someone passing in general kind of is a sad thing to deal with. And I've had a little over, maybe almost 2 weeks to kind of process this. It's probably going to be something I'm going to be processing for probably the rest of my life, I'm going to be honest with you. But at least we were able to have our conversation. At least we were able to talk. At least we were able to kind of get the things out that we needed to get out. Things that I needed to hear from him and things that he needed to hear from me. It's been a little rough, going up to his apartment where he was staying, and helping my siblings to clean it out, and just seeing a lot of things in there. It's very tough. But I'm saying it to say that, hey, just like my father said, life goes on. You got to move on. You have to keep pushing and building towards what is you're building while you're here, because one day you have an expiration date. And not to sound morbid or anything, but we all have an expiration date. And at some point in your life, it turns from what you want out of life, what you're trying to get in life, to what you want to leave behind. And I guess the legacy I want to leave behind, I want people to know that I was a hard worker. I want people to know that I loved the people that was around me, and I did whatever I could to make sure that they were good. I did right by people. I was a good, genuine person. And then also for whenever I have a family, I want those same views to be what people view them as, because they're going to be an extension of me. So I can't let, although it's something, like I said, I'll be processing for the rest of my life, I can't let that hold me back or stop me from still going after the things I want to go after. And my physical fitness is a part of those things. You know, not just me being a trainer and that's the reason why, but just from the simple fact of I want to be healthy. I want to be able to live a long life. I want that life to be able to be shared with, you know, my future wife and my future kids, and I want to be able to be with them as long as I can. So I want to cut out some of the, you know, the dieting mistakes that I've been making or have made. I want to get back on track with my exercise routine. Yeah, there's just things that I want to build towards and things that I want to achieve before it's time for me to go. So, with that being said, I'm not going to make this a long video. Didn't mean to, you know, bring y'all down. It's actually meant to bring y'all up. Like, if I can fight through this, if I can deal with this and still, you know, get myself back on track to do the things I need to do, so can you. So yeah, videos will be coming back consistently. I just needed a little bit of time to kind of process, grieve a little bit, and just deal with, you know, everything that comes along with losing a loved one, especially like a parent. So thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all soon. Peace.
Go and get what you want. Go enjoy your life. You know, do the things you want to do. Have some relaxation and fun. You don't need the punishment. Not at all. We want to punish you. We don't punish you. Hell no.